Hi, dear ones. It's been a long time since I have made a video. I've been sitting within myself and looking at my own inner wars and looking at our world, the three-dimensional reality that we live on, the most gigantic, gorgeous, geocentric Earth, Mother Earth of ours. And the reality that we have created, the common reality, the collective reality that we have created on Earth, that's what I call the Matrix, has been difficult, full of suffering, full of wars. And today on 12/21/2019, which is the end cycle of what started, the 7-year cycle that started in 2012, and according to many is the ascension time, I wanted to share with you some of my inner standings of what this day means and what is going to be happening with all of us on this earth. I feel truly that this is the end cycle of illusion. And this is the beginning of a much deeper inner vision, opening up to our own powers and knowing what to do on this earth. Up to this point, the collective reality that we have created, which I call Matrix, which is the reflection of the dark zone that goes through every human heart, has been very difficult. Our history, our story, our geography, our maps, our knowledge, our science, everything has been tampered with. And we have been living within this artificial reality, thinking that this is real. Yet, today, 12/21/2019, is for all of us to really take on our responsibility. We, as awakened humanity, can no longer ignore what is going on in our collective reality. And just because some of us are living comfortable, receiving the crumbs from the top, and we have our homes and our cars and we get enough food, that doesn't mean that that is the end and we need to be just satisfied with what we have. And we do not need to care about all the wars that are happening at the same time under our names, in our names, and with our allowance all over the world. The unequal distribution of wealth, the humongous suffering that is happening all over in countries that are already living in World War III, Syria, Afghanistan, Pakistan, Somalia, Iraq. I mean, you name it. There is war after war after war. And here what we're doing. What are we doing? Waiting for the results of another voting system that is all corrupt? Are we watching the theater of impeachment and for the Congress people to tell us what the truth is? And are we waiting for the mass industrial complex of media to force feed us with fake realities of what's going on this earth, our most beautiful, geocentric, non-moving, plain earth of existence. Today, 12/21/2019, is a very specific time in our awakening. At this point, I feel it's my inner standing that we have to take complete responsibility for what we have created as a collective of humanity on Earth. Ascension is about us getting rid of that very dark, destructive core that runs within every human heart. This is time for us to really recognize that all that is happening on Earth is our creation. Yes, we are that powerful. And what we have created is pretty ugly, shameful at so many levels. The functional, constructive humanity, the functional, constructive, healthy masculine, and the healthy feminine side by side has been killed at so many levels that the men of this world are not at all defending us anymore, defending life, defending the mother, the earth. Everyone is attached to their stupid phones, watching the same mass regurgitation of darkness coming through the media, paying taxes, supporting the system, eating the flesh of dead, suffering animals, and thinking that, oh, well, we're doing well. Why should we care? All the wars that are happening everywhere in the world has become just like other video games. No one cares. No one cares. No one wants to really, okay, I cannot say no one. A lot of us care. But how much do we really care? We found out that NASA is a complete fakery. We found out that the Earth is not a ball, it's not moving, and that most of our sciences are tampered with, are a joke. We know that only few are controlling all of our media and all of our history, and have deleted all the most important information from our books and knowledge that has come hand to hand from many thousands of years ago. Yet, what are we really doing? What did we do when the Iraq War started? Okay, we all went and protested, and then what? What are we doing now? This is the time for us to become aware that each one of us are the center of the Earth Mother. We are the centers of consciousness on this plane. And together, only together, and by putting our consciousness together, and by clearing our subconscious from the deep programming of the Matrix, which is the control system, which is the linear, ejaculatory system that controls the world, we cannot be free if we cannot clear our subconscious from all the programs. The 12/21/2019, maybe it is the time for us to recognize that this reality is multi-central. Each one of us are the centers of this reality. And more than anything else, we need to create peace within ourselves and get rid of the junk within our own biocomputers. and to know that we have superpowers and we can actually shift this reality if we chose to. Within all the religious books, there's a talk of 144,000 prophets. 144,000 prophets is only an indication of a proportion of humanity that it takes for that many people to be completely awakened within themselves and creating a zone that will create 100-monkey phenomenon and will create a humongous shift on Earth. Yet this 144,000 so-called prophets cannot be just saying it. It is a very important inner journey of awakening. And it is not just for ourselves, it's for all of us, it's for all life. Golden Age has existed on this same plane of Earth that we are on. Humanity and life lived in the Golden Age in the times that have been vanished from history books by design. We are what? In the Bronze, in the Dark Ages right now of war and smoke, separation and suffering? What would it take for each one of us to wake up? By realizing that each one of us are the center of this creation, and it's upon us to shift it. And no longer we can go on the superficial drama wagon of going in, feeling like shit, coming on, being inspired for a moment, listening to some news and then thinking that, oh, well, maybe I'm the special one and I'm going to ascend right now. No, this is just the beginning. In order to wake ourselves up, to wake up the rest of the humanity, and to create a healing zone for all creatures and all forms of life which have been bothered and destroyed by the human destruction, we need to wake up to our inner core and join our powers together and take responsibility towards everything. We are not separated. We are all in it together. Today, by making this video, I am shedding the light upon my own inner world, my own inner subconscious, the theater of the world, the junk that is being force-fed to all humanity. It's huge. It's huge. And many, many people are suffering because of it. We are all suffering because of it. We are all connected. Yet, what is the solution? The solution right now is to use this time, this very important time, and pray that we will wake up and we all unite, and internally, by undoing the virus that has been implemented within each one of us, that we consciously remove the virus from our biocomputers and no longer we fall victim to the superficial programming of division, separation, suffering, and wars on this earth. Each one of us will care for all the children in the pedophile rings that are suffering. Each one of us will care about all the children in the wars that are receiving bombs right now. Each one of us will care that there are some people homeless on the streets. And by removing that separation from all that we have created, and allowing ourselves to become able to respond, we wake up. We wake up from the old, vicious dream of control and being controlled. We wake up from the matrix, and we allow ourselves and welcome ourselves to come back to the matrix, to the mother of existence, to the cradle of existence, to the conscious plane of earth that we have chosen to live upon. And it's not about giving up. It is not about giving up. It is about undoing the illusion and doing the right thing to shift it. And the right thing is nothing by taking complete responsibility for all of it and asking for help from all of our ancestors and from the earth itself to help us purify all the way towards a better future for all of us. May we be able to join together, united in the oneness that already is us, and care for our world, and wake up to the deeper truth, and know that we have been living within deep lies, and it's time to wake up. Thank you.